Hi folks, well I think this is going to be really interesting and very challenging. As you can see, there's lots of voids and holes where all these roots have joined and started growing together. There's definitely going to be some stones and grit in these as well. I've pulled out quite a lot so far, and the power washing has done a reasonable job, but there's still lots of holes and stuff buried right in here, and the more you keep picking at it, the more it goes in. So going to take this really steady. Wish me luck. Okay, the reason I stopped, I don't know if you can see that, just seen some sparks, and I thought there might have been another piece of fencing wire, but I'm pretty sure that is a stone, and I'm expecting to encounter a lot more. Let's have a look, we'll dig it out. Yep. This is the problem with roots. They're absolutely full of stone, wire, debris. And although they can be fantastic things to turn, your tools take a hammering. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, having carefully considered this, I've decided to cut the top portion of the root ball off. I've got so many loose and dangerous bits, and it's cracking further and I fear it's just going to disintegrate. So not what I wanted, but I think we'll still get something very nice out of this bottom part. We'll see. Okay, so normally as woodworkers we want to dry our wood nice and slow to avoid the cracking, distortion, etc. But actually this fresh, fairly green piece of holly only came out of the ground 2 weeks ago, although some parts were rotten. I'm going to dry fairly quickly at a low temperature, 50 degrees, and I shall probably put it in here for about 24 hours. It will crack, but it will make it completely dry, and then the plan will be to fill all these voids and cracks with resin, which will stabilise it, and then we'll have some fun turning. Okay, so just taking this out of the oven. It's been in the oven for about 24 hours. I've also been away for a few days, so I placed that in the greenhouse. It's been quite warm. I think it got up to about 42 degrees in the greenhouse. So we've got some cracks as we had before, but are worse. The most significant being this one here, where it's actually split, and we've probably got about half an inch, centimetre and a half gap there. Still joined at the bottom, and the top is warped considerably. And if we turn it over, got all these cracks here. which is exactly what I expected. So, just been deliberating of what I'm going to do next. I think prior to putting the resin in some sort of mould, I'm going to turn it down. Fights back. Well, here are some of the root offcuts that I've kept. I actually ended up putting these in the oven and drying them too, and I've had a few ideas, but I think they might just make quite a nice stand. We'll have to see on that one. Caster's Choice mica powders, the sky blue with just a touch of macro pearl. Well, let me just explain. First of all, I had a problem with an external hard drive, so I've lost some footage. What you can see here is when I took the mould out of the pressure chamber, I'd actually suffered a leak. I think the resin had leaked through some cracks in the bottom dovetail tenon. Hence why I've got this rather big mess of resin at the base here. I have since topped it up with more mica powder sky blue resin, so you can see it's topped up here. But I've got to deal with this bottom piece, cut that off, recut a tenon before I can start turning it down. Hopefully it'll be fine.
Well, this has been quite a long one. It's been a really interesting project. Started off difficult, it's been difficult all the way through, to be honest, but even getting it out of the ground was quite a challenge. Obviously ended up using the digger. Started off quite large and it slowly got smaller and smaller. I suppose that's the nature of the beast and having to cut it down for the safety and stop it disintegrating. But I've had wire, loads of wire fencing that was still in there, loads of stones. I've lost count of the number of times I've had to resharpen both some of the carbide and the bowl gouges. Loads of soil. Had the problem with the resin leak, but we finally made it, and I'm very pleased with the final result. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Look forward to seeing you again for another one. If you've enjoyed this video, please let me know with a thumbs up, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thanks.